Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in the Tomb of Annihilation, Part 4. Today is April 19th, 2020, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to tell each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each of our shows. If this is your first time joining us, consider going to youtube.com/indooradventures to gain access to our wonderful selection of after shows and regular shows, not actually after shows. The after shows are at patreon.com/indooradventures. Currently, they're all being made available for free until this whole thing blows over, which, you know, maybe we'll just keep doing them free after that. Oh, thank you, Kos. By the way, happy birthday to our dear friend Jen, aka Kos, aka at LaughmakerD&D. Is her birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
But yes, so the Patreon gives you the after show. If you already support us with Patreon, Twitch, YouTube, all of those things, and are looking for further ways to help support the show, consider going to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice. But that is it for my spiel. Hey, RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and I'll be playing Hassan, the UNT cleric druid.
Hello everyone, I'm LBHackEmUp, and I'll be playing RinRin, the Tabaxi monk.
Howdy y'all, I'm Wings. I'm going to be playing as Baz, the Drow Rogue.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be playing as Naodaza Scriptscale.
And I'm Tyler. I'll be the DM, and we'll start with the recap. Last time, Hassan's hellacious helpers experienced the true dangers of Chult. A chance interaction with the Tabaxi hunter shines more light on RinRin's mysterious past, and the party draws ever closer to the ruins of Orlanga while a storm is brewing. Will they make it to the ruins in time? What other horrors will the jungle present? Find out this time on Indoor Adventure Presents The Tomb of Annihilation. Last time, you just finished a very difficult fight with a bunch of 15-foot long snakes. They were large creatures that I think I failed to fully describe, and they jumped out of the trees and ambushed you guys. After the fight, your guide, Azaka, noted that the weather was getting worse, and that if you wanted to get to the shelter of the ruins in time, you'd have to hurry up. It is now just about mid-afternoon. Sunset will be soon, but because of the growing storm, it is getting rather dark out. And your guide, Azaka, informs you that you still have a ways to go. She doesn't think the storm will get too bad tonight, but by tomorrow, you're looking at a pretty bad storm. If you travel through the night, you might get there in time.
I don't
That's
know.
fine with me.
I mean, I guess. I'm kind of tired, but...
We could deal with being a little wet on our way there.
Oh, well, we're almost there. So if we stop now, we'd probably only have enough to make it look foolish not to stop.
That is very smart, Naodaza.
It'd be like the Donner Party. Just short of where they needed to be.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's an old bardic tale about mountain people. It's fine.
Alright, well then we go through the night and we sleep when we get there.
All when we're dead.
That's
And
not
hopefully
gonna
that won't happen.
Hopefully not.
I'll shove some good berries at Baz.
How many?
3.
How long do their effects, or how long until they wear off if you don't?
I have one more, and they last for 24 hours. They keep for 24 hours.
Sweet. So you've got 3 good berries.
Yeah, so I'll shove those in Baz's direction. That's 1 plus.
Right. You guys just finished a fight you leveled up to level 4, but without the benefits of a short rest, you won't be able to heal.
That's okay.
Your guide pushes through the underbrush, and it is starting to rain. You guys are making good time, allegedly, and the only indication that you have that the sun is set is that it went from kind of dark to very dark, like very, very dark. I don't know if you guys have ever been in, if you like are in a room and like stuff blankets under the doors and everything and turn off all the lights and so that you can have absolutely no light. It's like that, except imagine you are out in the open, and it becomes a lot more uncomfortable when you can't see anything in front of you, but there's this great space around you. And even those of you with dark vision, this is mostly for Naodaza's sake, describing how dark it is. Even those of you with dark vision, it's dim light. It's dark out. You are moving through the jungle at a steady pace, and we're going to start things off pretty quick here. I'm going to explain the situation. But just know that you are all surprised in this event.
Oh boy.
As you are moving through the underbrush, you hear some rustling in the bushes. It's raining, but you can hear the rustling above it. And from one side, you hear a sound of caw, caw, and you hear a response from the other side of you. Caw! And it seems like some creatures are talking to each other. And no quicker are you able to hear these sounds than several small turkey-sized feathered creatures burst out of the underbrush and attack you.
Oh no.
So everyone roll initiative.
By the way, Wings, I should have healed you to full.
Should have healed me to full.
Yeah, because of my...
Because it's
My cleric
how
trait.
much-
it's
how much does
4
it give you?
HP each, right?
It's 4 HP each, so I give you 3, so that's 12. My good berries are amazing berries.
Your good berries are great berries.
They're just goji.
Is that your initiative,
Yes.
sir?
It's a 3.
Got a 14.
13.
My God, it's so dark out.
11.
You said 13,
Yes.
RinRin.
Is that right?
All right, the first round will be a surprise round. RinRin, your dexterity is 18, so
I'm very dexterous. I can move very quickly.
You said these things are turkey-sized?
they are turkey-sized. They are small, winged, feathered creatures.
As it turns out, geese are about turkey-sized too, and they still manage to be terrifying.
Hassan, your dexterity is 14,
Yes.
and these things are the same speed as you.
Some bitch.
I like to use pencil when I'm making initiatives for some reason. It makes me feel better. Like I said, you hear these echoing caws all around you, and suddenly these creatures burst out of the brush and in quick order start surrounding you. A group of them surround Naodaza, 3 of them. A group of them surround Baz. Well, just every one of you. Naodaza, Baz, and Hassan, you get 3. Azaka and RinRin, you get 2. And remember when I said I was going to kill Naodaza?
Mm-hmm.
Here's just about the right time to do so. And if not just Naodaza, also Baz.
I'm sure. I'm sure this is fine.
Oh shit!
Alright.
Don't get pecked.
Don't. Oh no, they're not these things.
Oh, okay.
These are just big angry chickens.
RinRin,
Knights in the
RinRin.
courtyard.
Don't get
Yes.
that. You are from the jungle. You know things. You
do.
recognize these as velociraptors.
Oh. Ah! Don't move! Take sense movement!
It's just a funny chicken.
One of them turns to Rin. Alan.
Alan. Alan. Oh gosh, sorry. 14 hits Naodaza.
No, for sure.
21 hits Naodaza.
Yeah.
The second one attacks. Let's see. A nat 20 hits Naodaza.
Oh, now it's too high.
And
It's a lizard folk racial feature.
A 11 surprisingly doesn't hit Naodaza.
It would have last level, but I put it. I got a slight increase to my dexterity.
And last one. They each get 2 attacks each.
Oh my
at
god!
Advantage or tactics. That 11 doesn't hit you again. That 12 matches though. So you get hit 3 times, once with the nat 20 and 1 with a match, or 4 times, 1 with a match. Sorry.
Hey man, boys gotta eat.
Boys, they hungry. All right. Let me just calculate all this up for you real quick. Oh, great. Okay, that's not that bad.
Not bad for you or for me?
For you, you only take 19 points of piercing and slashing damage.
You know what? I'm still running. Bagal!
Go! Azaka is surprised. Hassan is surprised. This group is going to attack RinRin. How does let's see, I got your AC here.
17.
17. That one matches, that one hits. So 1 at half damage, 1 at full damage. Half damage is for 6, so 3. And then the next is 6 total.
Okay.
Second one attacks you.
This is piercing?
Yeah, the first one was slashing, the second one's piercing.
All right.
Those both hit you though. 6, 9 total on the next one.
Okay.
That was those guys. RinRin, you are surprised. This is going to be for Baz.
Surprise.
Let's see. A 14
14's
matches.
exactly what you need. Yep.
Okay, 14 matches and a 20 beats. Giving you guys your numbers. This one is a match, so that's 3 halved, so 1. And then another 5 on top of that. Another one bites and claws at you. That's a 21 and a 13. The 21 hits. So that's another 5. And then a 17 and a 21. How you doing there, pal?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were telling me damage. I missed all of that.
All right, it was a 1, a 3, a
I heard a 5 in there.
5 because the second attack missed, And then both of these are damaged. So that's a 4 and a 3. So 1, 2, 3,
16.
4. Thank you, sir, for the fast math.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't comprehend numbers. I hear them and they just go one ear and out the other.
I feel you.
I have 3 hit points left.
Okay.
Still on my
guys,
feet.
You are in danger. Danger,
Someone.
Will Robinson. Next is for Hassan. There are 3 things that are going to attack you, and you are surprised. All right. 15. What's my target for you? 16.
16.
That doesn't hit. But a 21.
But you roll advantage, don't you?
Hmm?
You roll advantage, don't you, for pack tactics?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
21 does hit you, and
Yes,
you
sir.
take 5 points of damage. Next one is biting and slashing at you. What is that? 11 doesn't hit you, and a 21 hits you again. Its claws are really digging in. That's another 3 damage for you. And last one, let's see. 15 doesn't hit again, but a 22 does. And that one's nomming on your arm for another 7 piercing.
And that was
And
just a
then-
surprise round.
It's just the surprise round, guys. You're fine. I'm just putting all the numbers on top of you guys. Azaka, your AC is not that great. So both of those hits. But none of these guys do magical damage. So I'm not even going to bother rolling. She's just fine. She doesn't give a fuck. Naodaza, you're surprised. It's the top of the round. The group surrounding Naodaza attacks again.
Oh, yay.
So maybe I'll save that for Knights in the Courtyard after I kill you. All right. A 16 hits, a 10 does not. So that's 5 hit points.
Yeah, I go down because I was at 2 before. And then
How many?
the others
many
were biting at me, right?
Let me. So last time, Stephen begged me to corpse kick him with the Jaculize. But the thing about a lot of wild creatures is that they just sometimes don't know that they need to. The Jaculize had a wisdom of 7, or 6 or something like that. So they're just not that smart. These things have a wisdom of 12, which means that they know that they need to kill someone before they move on to the next target. So Stephen.
So I went down on the first one, then 3 more attacked me.
2 more attack you.
All right, peace out, dudes.
I told you, babe. I told you that I was afraid that these things were going to kill him.
I understand that, and
Now
you've been telling me
Daza.
that for 2 weeks now.
Now,
So
please, the rest of you, try not to die. I don't want a total party wipe on this.
Now Daza is just going to say, run.
We just got the busts!
Don't worry. Steven's had his backup character ready for months, for years.
4 years.
All right, everyone, quick moment of silence. This is the first death of Tomb of Annihilation. All right, now to kill the rest of you. Asaka, it is your turn. She is going to kill these, or try to kill these 2 next to her. Okay. Asaka, where are you? You do that much damage. Okay. So these things are hurt, but not dead. Wait, yeah, these 2. Hassan.
Dropping my unicorn totem, the Ouroboros comes out. Quick medicine check from where I'm standing. Naodaza's just completely gone.
He's super dead.
He is actually being devoured this moment.
Like, my body parts aren't where they used to be.
Just gonna label him black in my triage. Knights in the Courtyard. Oh, fuck. Is Baz next to me?
For now.
Cool. You're getting a second level cure wounds.
Oh, thank you.
Quick, keep the second idiot alive.
The second idiot alive.
Anybody here got AoE?
No.
Oh, motherfucker!
He's got grenades on him.
I also had the upheaval spell from this level, which could literally just shove people away from me.
Velociraptors can't climb trees, can they?
6, 9, 9,
RinRin would know that they can't climb trees.
15 to you, Baz.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody else heals a number. Well, sorry, I gotta remember this. Everybody else heals 2.
Not everybody.
Not
Not
everybody.
everybody.
The people who can be healed are healed too. Okay, I gotta turn this concentration off. That's my bonus action turn.
All right. I'm proud of you for all of your hard work. Thank you for healing the rest of the party, because these things are going to the two surrounding RinRin are going to continue biting away at her. Both 21s.
They hit.
That's 3 and 5.
Okay.
And 11 and 17.
Damage or to hit?
To hit. 17 to hit.
17 matches.
Nice. Well, half of this then, which is 6, half 3. Luckily, you only had 2 surrounding you. RinRin, it is your turn. There are 2 Velociraptors surrounding you. Everyone else is completely surrounded, and now Daz is down.
Oh, boy. She is going to focus on the thing in front of her, because otherwise she's gonna cry. And she's going to attack with her claws. She's gonna do 2 attacks, or 2 attacks. Jesus Christ. That's not great. An 11 and a 13.
All right, the 13 hits, or sorry, the 13 matches.
Okay. That's 5 damage. I'll go ahead to use a key point to do Fury of Blows.
Okay.
And as she's doing this, she'll just say, "Get up in a tree! They cannot climb!" Okay. 200, okay. Okay, one of them's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
One of them's not.
Okay.
So that would be 10 damage.
What was was the other one below 13?
Yes.
Okay. Which one are you hitting with this 10 damage?
The one I've already hit.
Okay, cool. You punch off its, you kill it.
Ballin'.
Baller. Awesome. That was RinRin. The group surrounding Baz unfortunately gets to go before Baz. So here comes 3 attacks, babe. Or sorry, 6 attacks.
Oh, there's 6 of them. Okay, good to know.
No, there's 3 of them. They each attack twice.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. 7 doesn't hit, but a 22 does. That's 4 piercing damage, babe.
Got it.
Okay. The next one attacks. And what's that? 22 again, and a 16.
16 damage?
No, the 22 to hit and 16 to hit. Those both hits. So that's another 13 damage.
All right, I'm down.
All right, and the last one is going to
Kill me.
Well, no, it's just gonna start biting at you.
It does 2 attacks, right? If there's two attacks and 2 death saving throw failures per turn, I'm dead. I told you.
This episode has been 5 minutes long.
I told you I wouldn't let you get away with it.
All right. Baz. You are knocked down and ripped apart by these velociraptors.
Oh man.
Rip in peace, Baz.
Rip in peace, Baz.
Can we have another moment of silence? Some F's in the chat, please.
Y'all gave me shit for being ruthless. This is hilarious.
Hey, babe, have you put together a stat block for your replacement character yet?
Nope.
Foolish. Baz doesn't get a turn because he's dead. What do you want from me? This is meat grinder rules.
Go next. Who's next?
All right, Hassan, you are taking 3 attacks.
Cool.
15 and 17.
1.
1 hits. That's 6 damage. Another one. Next one hits. 4 attacks. That's a 12 and 10.
Nope.
Next one attacks. And that's a 21 and a 15.
1.
5 damage. This group is around Azaka. We're not going to roll for them because they are not doing any damage to her. Up first is the group next to.
We counted. I'm sorry. I just realized something.
What's up?
I'm actually consulting the rules.
What's up? Tell me more.
You actually have to roll your attack.
And if it doesn't hit,
it has advantage, and it's considered a critical hit if it does hit.
If it hits.
If it hits. But if it misses.
Right.
I just assumed I was dead. My AC was like, they were rolling well past my AC.
Roll for Naodaza too.
All right. It was going to be 2 of them attacking Naodaza. So that's 4 attacks.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, there's...
Yeah, just roll them. You don't have to roll any damage for them at all.
I'm just explaining. The first 2 hit.
He did.
That's all you need.
The boy got eaten.
All right, babe. These are against Baz. 2 attacks at advantage.
Do it.
You're going to have to walk over here and look at these because I will lie if they hit.
Quick, do it. Quick, do it. Quick, do it.
These 2 are 1 attack. These 2 are the other attack. One of them hits. So you take
2 failed death
2 death
saves.
saving throws.
So I've got 1 left.
Yes, and it was your turn. So I need you to roll a death saving
Oh
throw.
my god, this is the
Okay.
drama I needed.
I put all of my dice away. Let me run back to my. Oh, fuck.
You're a fool.
I have seen 50 episode animes that don't have this amount of tension. This is incredible. It's like True Detective season 1.
I should nat 20.
But here's the thing.
Who lives?
You need to
Meat
make a
grinder
15 to you
Meat
need to
grinder
get
rolls.
above a 15 to survive.
It's a 16.
Woo!
There's still hope.
He lives for 1 turn.
For 1 turn! With Velociraptor still going a turn before him!
So,
This is ridiculous.
You're about to get a play. I've got a brain blast.
thank goodness for Brain Blast Man over here. Now, Daza, How many grenades did you have on you?
I actually had 0. I bought a pistol instead.
Ah!
As useless in
wanted-
death as he was in life.
It's so useless.
Never mind, my brain blast isn't there anymore.
All I'm saying
Well,
is, I felt like it was a bad idea.
Everyone's a fun of one of them accidentally pulling the grenade pin and blowing themselves up on you. But these greedy things are going to gorge on Naodaza on their turn. Azaka is going to try and kill the two around her. He has people to try and save. Oh, okay. Well, that's 2 19s for both attacks. You couldn't have just gotten 2 20s? Some people's kids, am I
He
right?
didn't even have any bullets for his pistol.
You didn't have a single bullet?
No, it was all like it was like an intimidation thing.
Oh, he's all bravado.
The two that were attacking Azaka are dead. She moves over to RinRin.
She's gonna point to Baz. Like it's
Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, you see her handily slice through the 2 Velociraptors attacking her, and it looks like she's gonna run to RinRin. You point at Baz. And there she goes. Hassan.
Thinking. Okay. He's already down. Next to me. Another cure wounds on Baz. My 2nd level slot of the day. Um, 12, 3. Sorry. And then 18 points of healing. Everyone else gets 2, except for Naodaza.
Except for Naodaza.
Bonus action. Oh, I should have pulled this up. Sorry, 1 second. I need to get the bestiary. What's up?
Nothing.
Why
Just-
do we need a bestiary?
I'm a druid.
He's gonna
Oh.
do druid things.
That's right. I forgot about. Holy shit, Hassan is terrifying.
He turned into
forgot-
an alligator and started swimming away from you guys just so he didn't
Yeah,
have
no,
to deal with
he's literally only used turning into an animal to avoid us in the past.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, on this lonely night. Hassan slaps his hands together, and you see him keel over and grow in size large into this black scaled brown bear. So where the fur is, it's all scales.
Nice.
And there's just a loud roar.
All right, you are bear. Congratulations. RinRin, there is one left that was attacking you. It does not like being alone, so it is going to disengage and run to the forest.
bastards.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna look over at Naodaza. I'm gonna see there's just gore.
Being devoured in front of your eyes.
Her.
That big tummy. It's now
Don't
housed
stop!
in
I
one.
don't need to know.
Look, we
Sorry, you
always
were
knew
breaking
Naodaza
eyes.
was a snack. It's okay.
She's going to move over to the ones that are around Baz, and attack them.
Okay, there are 3 around Basilisk.
I will actually. I'll move. I can't move through their space, right? Or I can.
No, I don't. Well,
Is there
they're
a tree
small.
by them?
I mean, let's say yeah, there is.
Okay, so she's going to parkour off the tree and
Okay.
get in front of Baz.
All right. Put yourself in between
Yeah.
himself in one of them.
Yeah, and 2 strikes on one of them.
Okay.
One's a 20, one's less than 10.
Okay, the 21 hits. Faux show.
Okay. That's 7 damage.
Okay.
And
It's still up.
I'll use my last flurry of blows to attack twice again. Oh wait, did I kill one?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You got some life suck out of that.
Yeah, I got some life suck out of that bitch. God damn, you can just sit on your thumbs. That's a 12, and then this one is a 22.
Okay, the 22 hits.
That's 7 damage
On the same one?
on the same one.
Okay, you kill it and get some life suck out of it.
Yeah. Does it stack?
I don't know. What does your class say?
Features and traits. Sorry. Well, when you reduce a creature within 5 feet of you to 0 HP, you gain +7 temp hit points.
So it maxes out to
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
Yeah,
Temp hit points never stack. You'll always
Okay.
take the greater of the
It
values.
just- keeps
Perfect.
at that level. All right.
And then she's going to hiss at them.
Perfect. There is you, Azaka, and a down Baz here. So these two are going, or Baz is on the ground, but now
I'm
alive.
awake and I'm not liking it.
These things do not like being outnumbered. They're going to disengage, and you see them run into the forest next to the other one that ran away from RinRin, as they are regrouping. The 3 around Hassan are going to continue to bite, chomp, and scratch at the now scaly black bear. Brown bear?
Brown bear.
Brown bear. That's a 21 and a 20.
Hit.
Hit. And that's 8 and 3. The next one attacks you. That's a nat 20 and a 5.
Bring it. I'm ripped.
Bring it, I'm ripped. So that's 9. And the last one is a 22 and a 13.
The 22 hits. They both hit.
They both hit?
Yeah.
7 and 6 more. So 13. How's your brown bear doing?
I'm at 1.
Okay.
Essentially just
one on the brown bear. Or
one on the brown
sun?
bear. I'm essentially in this form just to tank.
Yeah,
Holy
he is
fuck.
tanking in this form, and lo, he does. The 3 that are nomming on Naodaza see that some of their numbers have disengaged, and they are tactical little fuckers. So these 3 are going to stop nomming, and they're going to go after the brown bear.
Well, goodbye, everybody. It was nice knowing you.
Let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, so you can only fit like 2 more around you.
Do they provoke? They're disengaging, right?
Yeah,
They're
they're disengaging.
Okay.
Well,
No, they're just not eating my body.
yeah, they're just not
anymore.
eating Naodaza anymore. 2 are gonna go to.
Sorry,
the
I
ones-
keep on doing this thing where I hear Naodaza and I hear Bass.
Oh, 2 are the ones that were eating you have disengaged and ran off to the forest. 2 are gonna go attack the brown bear, Hassan. 1 is gonna go into the woods. So now there are 4 together in the woods, and there are 5 attacking Hassan. First attack against Hassan is a 22, and well, I'll roll damage on the 22 first, right?
Yep.
That's 6.
And that's form.
Your form is down. And then the other one was a 14, and is that now against your other armor?
Miss.
Miss. Okay. And now the second one will attack you. Ooh. Okay. a 15, and a 11.
Both miss.
At advantage. On Azaka's turn, she's going to turn and start helping out Hassan. She's going to attack twice. Both of those will hit, and she will hurt 2 of the ones that are attacking Hassan. All right. So let's see. On Hassan, there are these numbers. Actually, she's just going to kill one of them. So now there are 4 attacking Hassan, 4 in the woods. These guys are on A's initiative. Hassan, it is your turn. You are surrounded.
Get in a tree!
Sure, I'll provoke all these attack of opportunities.
I have a question.
Disengage.
I go after Hassan, right?
You do go after Hassan.
Hassan healed me last time. I should have had a turn.
Oh, shoot. I had you crossed off because you died a horrible death. I was very upset about that.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
It is your turn before all the attacks on Hassan.
I just need to know, I need an update on the battlefield. We've got 8 Velociraptors on Hassan. 5?
When you were awake, since we accidentally skipped your turn, there were 3 on Hassan.
Okay.
3 on Naodaza, and 4 in the woods. So there's still 10 Velociraptors out there.
Awesome. Can I climb a tree?
You can. It'll take half movement. There's a tree right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to stand up and then can get, 10 feet
it'll
up into a
take,
tree?
Yeah, I think
Unless you
so.
have second story work, which I do not think you do.
Not yet. So it'll take 15 of my movement to stand up. And then each foot of movement
Yeah, so you
costs
can
an
get
extra foot.
7 feet up into a tree.
Okay, I will climb 7 feet up into a tree, which is probably not a Velociraptor.
Because they are small creatures.
Hopefully, they could jump. As my good friends, so our good friends in the chat. So tactfully.
Are they telling you that they can get away from you? We will have to. Which ones are you going to shoot at? Or
I get up in the tree.
okay.
And then I have an action left, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Action and a bonus action. You didn't need to use your bonus action to disengage, since the ones that
Oh.
were eating you disengaged and ran away.
This is true. I will try to hide in the tree first.
Okay. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Bonus action to hide.
Yep. That's going to be a 23 to hide.
Okay.
And now that I'm rolling with advantage, I get to use Elven Accuracy once. At least once. To attack something next to Hassan.
Okay.
All right. That's going to be... God. Okay. I feel like such a gremlin, but like that's the way you gotta be to survive in the Tomb of Annihilation.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Yeah. Most certainly.
All right. And I'm using. You better believe I'm using my rifle.
Yes.
So here comes some damage.
Okay.
It's double dice on. Oh, it wasn't a critical hit. What am I doing? Who am I? Why am I here?
And while she's rolling that, Hassan, did you know what health you were at before you lost your brown bear?
1. My brown bear form was at 1.
Oh, yeah. No, it was.
9 piercing damage.
Everything else missed, I believe.
Yeah. 9 piercing?
Yes, 9 piercing damage. And then
But sneak attack?
Sneak attack. I'm double checking to make sure my sneak attack is still 2 dice. I think so. Yes, it is. And then sneak attack is 3.
All right.
I'm hard.
So you kill one of the ones that was attacking Hassan as a brown bear. They attack Hassan. He's down to 1 HP as a brown bear. At the top of the round, 3 attack, or sorry, 1 runs off into the forest, 2 attack him. He drops his brown bear
form. Yeah.
Now there are only 3 surrounding him. Azaka killed one, and it is Hassan's turn. There are 4 in the woods.
There should be 2 by me, I believe.
There are 3 now because Baz killed 1, but 2 came from the...
But didn't
From-
Azaka kill one?
Yeah. So you were at 3, down to 2, up to 5, or down, up to 4, down to 3 again.
Down to 3 again. Okay.
Net gain of 0 Velociraptors.
Net gain 0 Velociraptors.
7
0
total.
incident.
7 total Velociraptors. 7 total Velociraptors. 3 on Hassan. 4 in the
4
woods.
in the forest.
Okay.
Bonus action Sanctuary on myself. They'll need to make a will save 13 if they wish to hit me.
Wisdom save?
Yes, sorry, wisdom save.
I'm like, Will. Oh god, who's he?
He's in our Fandelver game. I'm going to cast. Well, no, that's a bonus action. I can't cast another spell. Can I get a Constitution save from one of them?
Absolutely.
DC 14.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's not a save. You got a 6.
Oh shit, that's dumb. No, forget that because that drops my Sanctuary spell.
Okay.
Can I reverse it then? I'll do the cantrip first and then Sanctuary on myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you game it a little.
Cool.
You did just lose a friend.
Sorry, my brain is addled.
This isn't unforgiving like the game that we usually play. I'll let you do the orders, things in the correct order.
12 poison damage.
Cool. What did you do to this one?
It's poison spray, but I want to flavor it as Hassan just walks over to one, grabs it by the neck, picks it up, and chomps down on it.
Tasty, tasty Velociraptor chicken.
Does it die?
Oh, yeah.
He'll toss it over his shoulder and then cast Sanctuary on himself.
Cool. You are still surrounded by 2 Velociraptors. There are 4 in the woods. That is your turn. One of the ones in the woods. Let's see. It went from 13 Velociraptors down to 7. You have met, or sorry, down to 6 now. You have met requisite numbers.
For morale checks.
This one runs away. RinRin, it is your turn. There are still 3 in the woods, 2 around Hassan.
I'm gonna go attack the ones that are around Hassan.
Okay, do it.
I use my RinRin dice.
What'd you get?
I got a 12 and I got a 7.
You're just not rolling up to snuff. my dear.
Nope. But I will like kind of move myself in front of Hassan and just say, "Get in a tree."
You are awesome. There are 2 more in the wood. Anything else on your turn? You did your 2 punches and you're out of key points, right?
Correct.
Okay. 2 more in the woods begin to depart. Baz, you shot at the end of your turn. You're no longer hidden.
Right.
You're still in a tree. You're 7 feet up.
I am in a tree. I would like to get just a little bit higher, honestly, and move to a different branch and hopefully manage to hide again.
Okay. I will allow this.
All right. I will attempt to hide. 17 on the die, 24.
Okay.
I'm a hidey
Climb.
boy. How many are left?
There are 2 around Hassan and 1 that you can see in the woods. But the one in the woods looks like it's preparing to depart.
Yeah. He mutters under his breath, looking at that one, just like, "Yeah, you get, little fucker." And he's gonna shoot at the one next to Hassan.
Okay.
Which he should do because he has not done that yet.
He did last turn.
I mean, I was about to roll damage because
He needs to
like,
shoot first before you hurt them.
it checked the box in my brain hiding. Yes. 12? He's not gonna.
That's with advantage
Oh shoot! Duh.
because you were hiding.
I used up. Oh, that one was a natural 1. So don't worry about it. It's fine. I shoot
Miss.
my bullet
Fire.
and it misses.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, no, 'cause we rolled 12.
Misfire, you're right. No,
No,
but
no,
no,
it's
you
an
take the number with
advantage.
the advantage.
That's right. You guys need to keep me accountable.
You did spend a bullet though, so make sure you're kind of tracking
Yes,
those.
I'm tracking bullets.
Awesome.
Good.
Chick C is the two next to Hassan. They're going to disengage and start running into the forest. At the top of the round, the one that was left in the forest is going to disappear using all of its actions. Azaka is going to stand at you with a ready to attack just in case anything comes out of the forest, and it is Hassan's turn.
You see him pull up his cane and run his hand along the length, and it glows a greenish light as he casts Shillelagh, and then as his action, he's going to ready an attack if they come back this way.
All right, awesome. RinRin, you are standing defensively around Hassan as well.
And there's nothing around me.
There are two more that you can see in the forest, and they're fleeing, as it seems.
She is going to stand defensively in front of Hassan to make sure that they're not coming back, and wait for silence.
Okay. Baz. There are two Velociraptors. The other four that you could see before are out of sight, and these two are just left running away. Everyone below you is in superhero poses, getting ready to strike if anything comes to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide. Move and hide.
Yeah, move and hide. No, I know your MO. I like it. This is not cheesing. This is part of the game.
It's a 14. But I am going to keep an eye out for Velociraptors and make sure they're actually running. If any of them come back, I'm shooting.
So 14 to hide, and then you ready an attack.
Yeah.
Cool. You see these two left that were recently attacking Hassan dart off into the underbrush. After a few moments pass, all that's left, there's no more shaking in the bushes. All that's left is the steady pelting of rainfall. And you are out of initiative.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Everyone gets 2, says Naodaza.
It's terrible.
Azaka sheaths her sword and breathes out.
Basil, break the silence. They're going.
RinRin is just like silent crying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but we can't do anything for him now. And she goes over to him and starts rifling through his pockets.
She just kind of looks away and looks back into the woods, pretending like she's keeping watch for something, but really she's just crying to herself.
I'm going to pick up Naodaza's shawarma and put it in my pack before I start burning the body.
All right, did you have any money on you, Naodaza?
Naodaza had a total of 10 gold and 5 silver.
All right, well, 10 gold and 5 silver goes to Azaka. And he had a gun with no bullets.
Yep.
She looks at the gun, opens it, sees it has no bullets, closes it, and just puts it back down.
I have an ornate long sword
Okay.
that I spent money on. It's just a long sword, but it looks nice.
Yeah, as I recall, you said you spent extra money out of your,
Yeah.
your starting gold so that you could say it was ornate. She's going to.
There's also a
snatch
machete.
that off of you.
Machete's
Does he
Yeah,
have?
What?
Does he have like any notebooks or anything? Anything? Okay. Jewelry.
Nope. He had a potion of healing. He had 3 of them, to be exact.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah,
Split that between...
Izaka's going to hand that off to Hassan.
He still had
Yes.
93 uses of insect repellent,
Oh, yeah, dope.
Just in case we need that later.
just in case.
We're each taking a healing potion.
Vultures, all of you.
There was also a
I
horn
say
and
I
a
type
lute.
it.
A horn,
Yep.
like a. I think RinRin will take that and like as a memento.
He also has his nice little trinket, a ball with a glass orb with moving smoke inside.
What did you forget, Naodaza?
Oh,
Only problem is I can't remember what it was.
Baz will take the pistol. He's got kind of a complicated look on his face. Definitely displeased, but like probably not appropriately grieving. And he takes the pistol and he opens it up and notices there are no bullets inside. He just closes it, shakes his head, and just puts like a hand on his face.
We shouldn't be too concerned about this one coming back for us. The beast will probably devour it once we're gone. They got their kill. And she starts walking away.
Hassan will take Naodaza's hat, put it on his chest, and fold whatever arm he has left over it before setting the entire body on fire.
Nice.
He's a Viking. He likes boats.
Whew. All right. A little too early for a break now, but boy, oh boy.
Do we need one?
Do you guys need one?
We could, if it gives Danae enough time, if you want to introduce your character this session.
what?
What?
Who, Danae?
What?
Yeah.
Danae didn't die.
Oh,
Danae's alive.
never mind then, you jerks.
She just barely made it out of that one. Just barely.
Just
I
me.
squealed and rules monkeyed my way out of that.
No,
Yeah.
that was the right thing to do.
That's the perfect call. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would have let you die.
Granted, I would have made you kill me.
It's true. We'll save the rest of that for Nights in the Courtyard. However,
Yeah, if you-
Azaka.
I
We
think
can keep
small
going.
break.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking small break to get like everything readjusted for.
Oh, I
Indoor
am
break.
ready whenever.
He's ready to go.
You motherfucker.
He's got a button.
I have a
I've
button.
been warning him for weeks that he's
Do
going
it.
to die.
Go back and watch the previous
Hit the
episode.
button.
He accidentally had the wrong layout up during the entire intro.
I want to see it. Hit the button.
Nope.
Damn it.
You'll see it later. You'll see it when he's good and ready.
When he's
Alright.
good and ready. Azaka pushes forward through the forest, and you guys can follow.
We can. RinRin will follow behind, giving one last look back to Naodaza, and continuing on. Just all you hear every once in a while are just like sniffles.
There's a solemn procession in the rain.
Yeah. Should we be
Oh,
playing
God.
jazz music?
I think he'd want it that way, but nobody knows how to play jazz.
The lone cigarette lit up.
By
in
Hassan.
rainfall.
My background music is playing Hallelujah.
Oh.
Anyway, the night continues to proceed. It is dark, it is wet, and you guys are trudging through a dangerous, perilous forest. As you're continuing, the terrain becomes a lot more rocky. And you are pressing through some tight passes when Azaka stops you and says, shh, and tells everyone to get down. And I need everyone to roll me stealth checks.
Can I climb up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. 24.
25.
Hassan?
30-20, I can't get that high.
Okay. And just to make sure that you do, awesome. She tells you to get low, and you look up into like a bit of a crevice between the rocks, and these two massive ape-like creatures are hanging out between the rocks. They've got just a big beefy arm holding onto the rock, and they're just kind of lounging about. And under this big beefy arm are two more arms, just kind of like fiddling with, we'll call it some form of torso. And they're like passing it back and forth between each other and taking bits off and chomping down. But they haven't noticed you. What would you like to do?
Is there a way around?
It is up above this pass that you're going through of rocks. So you continue through the path, but as long as you're stealthy about it, you think you'll be okay.
How far are they?
How far are they? Let's call it they are 50 feet up.
Okay.
Pass without a trace would be really good right now, and I didn't take levels in Ranger.
I took Healing Spirit instead.
Well, we need it. I think RinRin is going to tap our guide, whose name is
Azaka.
Izaka, on the arm and on the shoulder, and just say,
She'll nod, staying low, and begin.
And by say, I mean hand signal.
Yeah, just hand signal. The move forward, stay quiet thing. You do. She leads you through the cracks, the crevices, and actually, I think RinRin rolled the highest on stealth.
No, Baz did.
Oh, Baz did.
By one.
You both will intercede on her part once or twice to keep her from stepping on a branch or something, and collectively you are able to pass through this pass. These large apes menacingly hanging above you. By the time you get past them, it has been raining all through the night. The wind is starting to pick up as you leave this pass of rocks, and it stops being as dark as it was before. The sun is rising. And as the sun is rising, you pass out of this crevice, and on the other side of a small river are a collection of ruins. And the precipice of this collection of ruins, kind of built along a hillside leading up into these large mountains, kind of overbearing over you all, is a massive brick and stone ziggurat that rises from the jungle. Two staircases angle up and across the front face, one from the right and one from the left, to meet at a landing on the second level. And then it just stacks like that, the higher up, going at least 60 feet into the air, high above or above the canopy. The jungle encroaches right up to each side of it, and you can see that it is choked with vines and trees and other growth, and you can only just barely make out these tumbled down foundations of what must have once been a great city. And before you, Azaka will say, "This is the ziggurat of Orlanga. Saja Nabaza resides at the top." And she will start going down the hill to cross this river to get there. You guys traverse up there, even though you can see it from the distance that you were. It still takes a better part of the afternoon, and the wind is really starting to whip up. The rain is starting to come down in sheets. And what you had once seen begins to disappear amongst the rainfall. And by the time you get to the base of the ziggurat, it is pouring rain, which means your visibility is limited to 50 feet. And there are 3 people at the base of the ziggurat where you saw the staircase at. The first 2, a tall human man, and his lizard companion, and the third one is a new face.
Do we approach?
Yes,
Oh.
I have hit the button. The third individual is a elven man who stands a little bit over 6 feet. He looks like he has like the Brock eyes from Pokemon, where they are always just like, they look like they're shut. His hair is relatively well coiffed. And he's a snazzy dresser, you know? Like, even though he is wearing chainmail, he has like battle-fitted dress clothes on over the chainmail that at this point are in desperate need of repair. The bottoms, like the bottom cuffs of his pant legs, are just covered in mud. He's been here a while. And he looks like he's in the process of being in communique with this lizard man and this human lad, this older gent.
Mm-hmm. And you recognize the two other characters as Artis and his companion, Dragonbait. Do you approach?
Hassan's gonna walk forward.
Okay. You guys approach on these three, talking. It looks like Artis is pretty cut up, like there's a lot of rips and tears, and in his clothing, Dragonbait is in a similar state, and they are explaining to this newcomer that no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't get up this staircase. And before we have our first interaction with these guys, let's go ahead and take our break now.
Excellent. So, now that you've met this new sweet boy, we are going to head to our break. It's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon! And we're back. Hello, everybody. Tyler, take us away.
Thanks for the raid.
Thank you for the raid,
Thank you for the raid.
And then thank
We have
you
experience.
for the follow of Renegade Snip. And then Koss gifted a sub to SS Rogue Wolf. So thank you. Thank you for the sub. LB, you're
Thank
making
you.
no noise, but we're just seeing you flick a can. Imagine,
It's not making a noise.
Imagine the most pristine sound of that one.
There we go. Bong. Thank you, everyone, for your kindness in this time of need, because we have experienced our first character death and now have our first 3-character introduction. At the base of the ziggurat, in the pouring rain, the whipping wind, are 3 people, and you approach them. As you're approaching, Azaka beelines off to the side to a collection of trees, and you can see her already starting to set up layers of leaves in some form of shelter.
I
Hassan
imagine that Baz and RinRin are on either side of Hassan, just like on his shoulders, like bodyguards.
Hassan will pat both Dragonbait and Artis and cast Mending.
Oh, well, thank you. Bloody hell, these stairs were impossible to climb, says Artis.
What's the matter with the stairs?
Oh, I'm assuming it's some form of magical protection. Something doesn't want us to get up there. And as he's saying this, Azaka will come up to your side and say, "You must follow the Chewinga. They will show you how to climb." And it is pouring rain right now, so you guys kind of have to speak up to be heard over each other. She says, "I cannot go up again. I have had my time. So I'm setting up a shelter down here. If you want to go up, you may. But follow the Chewingas. They will show you how." And like on cue, a small creature appears. It is completely black except for a mask that it's wearing. The mask that it is wearing is stylized like a triceratops head. And in its hands, it's about like yay tall, in its hands is a orange and purple orchid. And you see it scurry up the staircase, and this thick collection of brambles and thorns kind of part as it climbs up the staircase and disappears on the top rung or top shelf.
Do we need flowers?
If you look around yourselves, you can actually see there are several of these orchids growing around you.
I'll go first to make sure it's safe. Baz, will you make sure Hassan is safe?
Absolutely.
Can I make a nature check on these flowers?
Thank you.
Sure.
She's gonna
Good
hug
boy.
Baz. Like she needs a hug and she's
She is taking this hug.
uh-huh.
He reacts as though he thinks he's about to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just pat. Hey, there, RinRin. It's all right. I mean, it's probably not all right. But we're okay.
That is stupid. And she like pushes away.
16.
What are you trying to discern about these flowers? Just origin?
A type of orchid. Poisonous? Question mark.
They are not poisonous. They are seemingly normal orchid. As normal as orchids come. Artists will look at this interaction between the two of you and kind of sigh. I see you've lost another.
Yes. And?
Quite sorry for your loss.
RinRin just turns, swipes a flower, starts walking.
Now, I am terribly sorry, but I never got your name, sir. He says, turning to you.
I'll extend out my hand. The name is Teshvale. Teshvale Philarin.
He'll shake your hand. It's nice to meet you, Tesh. As I explained to these fine folks, I don't normally give out my name.
It's understandable. What shall I
Thank you.
call you instead, then?
You can call me Arnold.
Arnold. Gotcha. Sounds good. So you're saying that you've spent all day trying to get up here?
Yes, a good amount of time. And I was hoping to get up into the top before this rain hit, and now that it's coming down so hard, I'm not so sure.
All right, Arnold. Well, these individuals seem like they have a pretty decent plan going on. And at this point, like, he'll put his shield up over his head to just be out of the rain for a quick second.
Tinkle, 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 tinkle.
If they end up being able to go through with this method, then we just follow them.
That sounds good to me. And why, may I ask, are you traveling the jungle alone?
Well, really, it's the draconic prophecy. Every one of the progenitors has a plan, has a means of what they need to see accomplished. And, you know, it's one of many ways, but really you have to look for them. And so far, I have been able to take ganders from these prophecies that I need to go here to this jungle. I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps that'll be revealed to me later. But as it stands, I was told to come here.
That still doesn't explain why you're alone. Normally people don't travel,
Well,
so.
I wasn't always alone. It's actually still pretty recent. We set out about a 10-day ago, little more than. Thought we were heading in the right direction. Stopped by Camp Righteous. Seriously, if you ever find yourself there, wonderful people. They seemed a little bit on edge, though. And then, well, our guide was less of a guide and more of a con artist.
Interesting. You must forgive my suspicion, but I've had difficulties with people before.
That's entirely understandable.
And is it then just by chance that you've stumbled upon this place?
I'm not exactly sure what this place is, but this is the only remnants of a structure that I've found while being out here by myself. Up there looked like a dry spot, but if you're telling me I can't even get up these stairs, then I'm just going to wait until someone can. Otherwise, and he motions towards Azaka's leaf fortress.
Yes. Well, I've become impatient, so if there is a way up, then I'm taking it now.
That is entirely fine with me. I would rather get out of this dreary rain.
Then by all means. And Azaka has set up a nice dry spot and has taken a seat in there and is, for the first time all night, resting, as you guys did push through the night to get here. RinRin, you looked around, picked up an orchid, and had your heartfelt moment with Baz.
Uh-huh. And I would like to try to walk up the steps.
Okay. It is a very thick arrangement of plants, but with flower in hand, you begin walking up and expect resistance, but feel none, and walk straight up the staircase.
Teshfail is immediately going to go over and get an orchid.
Okay. What's his face does, artist does as well, and so does Dragonbait.
His name is fucking Arnie. That's what he told
Arnie,
us.
Arnold.
It's the Ring of Winter.
Baz is staying by Hassan and looking to him for guidance on what to do next.
Hassan will snip an orchid and put it in the lapel of his coat.
Baz will do the same.
Before you start going up, Azaka will call out to you. I remind you, keep an open mind when you meet Sasha. But if you are looking for something, which I know you are, she can guide you.
My mother always told me that open minds are susceptible to charming magics.
I have opened many a minds in my day, so I'm a bit used to it. And there's a dry chuckle.
And she will return and sit in her shelter. Up you go. You go up this staircase, and much like the level on ground floor, this one is built in like a triangle shaped stairs going up to the top. And by the time you get there, it is less in the shelter of the trees above, so it's coming down a lot harder now. And you see these steps, and they look weathered and crumbling, but there are no obstructions on them.
I'm just gonna make my way up to the precipice.
Okay. As you start to walk up the stairs, you start to lose your footing, and as if the stairs are crumbling and turning to gravel beneath you, you can't get any amount of traction to climb them, and each step you take, you slide down more.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look around and see if I see those creatures.
And lo, you do.
Oh, cool.
Another one of these small, pure black creatures with a mask. This time, its face represented by a chameleon's head, is carrying a brightly colored feather, like a parrot's, and it, as if it is light as a feather, races up these stairs and disappears above.
I don't have a feather. I'm gonna double check that I don't have a feather.
Baz, you have a very high passive perception. You spy on the corner of this level is what was probably a nest of some sort, and there are feathers scattered about that look the same.
I'm gonna kind of edge over, just scooting slowly, carefully. I turn around and I like try and count how many people are here.
7. Or wait, no, 6.
I'm gonna grab as many feathers as I feel like we're going to need, and one of those feathers is going in my hat.
Okay. And you bring the other feathers over to the others.
Yep.
Or to the others.
I pass them out.
Okay.
One for
RinRin
you,
sniffs
one
it.
for you.
Right in the lapel.
He
So
hesitates.
flower and feather together.
He hesitates with Teshval. I'm gonna roll to see if I trust him. I'm just gonna do an insight check.
Okay.
Fishfall isn't a woman. You can
Natural
trust
one.
him.
Solid.
He's new.
He's new.
Last
you-
new person we met fucking made ice storms.
And then
It
you
was
blew his
bad.
head off.
It was very bad. He seemed like a nice guy.
For chat, that wasn't a sexist comment. At least I don't think so. It's in Baz's backstory.
You're also
Oh
muted.
yeah.
I honestly would have been a little remiss had I been excluded from this activity. So thank you. Really don't like being out here in the rain.
Who are you?
Oh, I am Teshvale Philaran. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he'll extend his hand outward.
She'll shake it and kind of like she sniffs the air a little bit, but the rain is like bothering her sense of smell. So it's just nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Tesh. I'm Baz.
I'm RinRin.
Hello. Greetings to you, RinRin, and to you, Baz.
Do you think that we should all be going up here at the same time? Don't we have like private things to speak of?
I'm not sure if you have private things to speak of. If you do, I apologize for interjecting. But it is... it's rather wet out here.
It is going to be wet up there. It's a pyramid.
It's a ziggurat, and if it is, it'll have a little opening at the top that you can then go into.
You're very knowledgeable. How smart are you?
What's the scale we're using?
Like, you know a lot or you know a little?
I know a modicum of things.
RinRin looks at you like she doesn't know what that word means.
I mean, I know a variety.
A lot of things.
Oh, you learn a thing or two being alive for over 200 years.
You're 200 years old?
225, but who's counting?
You don't look a day over 30.
Oh, why, thank you. You are incredibly sweet.
I have been told that, but not all the time. We just had something bad happen, and I'm kind of sad. I lost my best friend.
I'm sorry to hear that. I also lost some of my best chums due to this forest. I didn't set out alone. That would be crazy talk. Cuckoo bananas.
Do you want to hold my hand so we could go together?
I would love to, RinRin.
Thank you.
Well, I'd offer to hold your other hand, but seems you're a bit busy with that one.
He
Says,
just,
referring to the shield.
Oh.
he just puts the shield on his back and then extends his hand out towards Baz.
Takes it.
I thought that was just talking to RinRin. I'm like, oh no, she broke his heart. No, it's fine. I don't need to hold your hand. It's the stranger to hold your hand.
You two are immediately fawning over the other person you've met in a while.
RinRin fawns over everyone. Who has
This
she
is
not
true.
fawned over?
She hasn't not fawned over anybody
He
yet.
has a kind grip in the
Aw,
hands. that
very
he's
sweet.
holding.
She has very strong hands.
Basil actually offered to take the shield and hold it over the three of them.
Aww.
You-
Well, she wouldn't. RinRin wouldn't do like his Hassan. She wouldn't want.
She
Hassan
wanted-
to get the
would
wrong
want
idea.
Hassan to get the
Yeah.
wrong idea.
Right.
Uh, you also know that on the shield, it is a depiction of a 5-headed hydra in kind of like a star formation.
A 5-headed Hydra or
Yes.
dragon?
No, it's
Oh,
a hydra.
okay.
As
Just
all of
making
the
sure.
heads extend from a singular place, where 4 of
making sure.
them look like they are very wild and aggressive, but then there is one that looks very like almost kind and contemplative.
Aw. Yeah, we'll continue.
These are
Yeah.
my party heads. This is my calm head. I wanna. Can I do some sort of check to see if I recognize anything about that Hydra?
History check, I suppose.
Okay. This is
Now, this is information that I still need to flesh out completely with.
Don't worry
Steven,
about it. I rolled a
Not
9.
because it's just because I'm not as familiar with the setting. So I am looking forward to long talks with Steven about. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Oh, was that
I-
Tiamat?
Yeah.
No. This is the symbol of my house. House Valari.
Your house is shaped very strangely.
Oh no. Not.
Baz quirks an eyebrow at house.
No, we are one of the oldest houses.
Is it in good shape?
Yes, very. Thank you
Have
for
I-
asking.
have-
The Shadow Schism had no bearing on my family's name.
Is any of this making any sense to me? Have I
don't
ever
think so.
heard of House Valarin?
I honestly doubt you have.
Ever hear of House Dinnerwin?
That is a total of 12.
I don't know, how familiar is he with the Underdark?
Not very, to be honest. We do dealings, but like unless it's like House Bairn, any of the like the primary houses.
Yeah,
Probably haven't heard
it's
of it.
likely that he hasn't ever heard of this one. So,
Oh, I've definitely heard of House Valarin. For
Oh.
sure.
Good, as you should have. We're very prominent.
My monastery didn't really have a name, but it is pretty good.
Being nameless is no fault of your own.
Oh, I have a name.
I know, it's RinRin.
Right.
I was meaning houseless, kind of nameless.
Because I'm not living anywhere. I don't understand what you're talking
It's
about.
like a group of people. Imagine you had a family, a very, very large family. You said yours was the monastery,
Yes.
correct?
Right.
Well, your monastery, the monastery, is your
Right.
family.
Right.
So imagine if your monastery had a name.
That would be my house name?
Yes. Exactly,
Oh.
RinRin, you are so smart.
It's the name of the house that you live in.
It's the
Right.
house that you call your home.
Well, I don't go back there anymore, but I understand. Is his son my house? Since I live with him? She looks to Baz.
You know, if he's adopted you into it, then I guess so.
I don't want him to adopt me. That'd be silly. That'd be weird.
Wait a second. Tesh, can I call you Tesh?
You already have been. It's fine.
Forgive me, but you don't look like Drow.
That's correct.
Do you have to be a drow to have a house?
I haven't heard of non-Drow who talk about houses that way.
Where are you from?
Oh, that's a very good question. I would
You don't have to
say
tell me if you don't want to.
I'm
Also,
trying
it's
to
an awful lot of
figure out a way that it would make sense.
I'm pretty smart. I could probably figure it out if you just say it.
There's an awful lot of stays here.
So, we had play for time. Play for time.
And now that we have waffled long enough for RJ to return, no?
No, a situation has risen, so we are just going to keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
We love you.
I'm gonna close the video. Are you cool for that?
Oh, God damn it. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
We'll give you a minute to readjust.
Love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. We're figuring it out.
Or I could just leave it like this and just mute my
That's
mic.
also fine. Let us do that. And now you get to see me move things in real time.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. The end.
Yep, the end.
There we go.
Cool. All right. You all have had this conversation in the pouring rain. It's a nice time to have it. And while you're having this conversation, Artis and Dragonbait collect their feathers from Baz and alight up the staircase.
Come, Arnold and this lizard fellow seem to know what they're doing.
His name is Artist.
Artist?
No, yeah?
He's like a painter or a sketch person?
He would not say, so I don't think he's either. I think he's just using the title so that he can, like, seem prestigious.
Well, I'm more interested on the friendly matter. I'm also a painter of sorts.
You're a painter?
Yes.
What do you paint with?
Well, oils and acrylics mostly.
That's very fun. I used to paint with my hands when I was little.
If you'd like, we can definitely do that again. But first, we really must get out of this awful rain.
Yeah, we should.
It's pouring.
He shit doesn't like the
You
rain.
guys ever stand outside in a hurricane? Because that's what you're doing.
Oh shit. Is there a hurricane right now?
Yeah.
No, aren't hurricanes near the ocean? Or this is
We're
more
on-
like a typhoon?
We're on an island.
I mean, I think technically they call it a typhoon here. So, yes, you are climbing a ziggurat during a typhoon. Anyway, do you alight up the stairs with your soaking wet feathers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the next level where Artis and Dragonbait are standing in front of the staircase, and it is absolutely swarming with snakes. They're moving in and out of holes in the stonework, and they are looking at it with great perplexion and confusion. And I think Dragonbait's probably nursing a bite on his heel that he got while trying to just continue up the staircase with the orchid and feather, and is giving off the smell that means angry. And as you guys approach, you see another Chewinga. This one has a mask that resembles a mongoose's face. It has the red parrot feather and the orchid. And at the bottom of the steps, it whacks a snake with the orchid, and the snake rears up in a aggressive manner, and then he takes the feather and rubs underneath its chin, and the snake calms down and becomes very tame at this, at which point the Chewinga lies down in front of it, and you see the snake slither through its mask, and the Chewinga slithers up the staircase to the top and disappears.
Okay, I'm not doing that. I am not eating a snake.
Cash fail will do it. These little Chewingies have been right about everything up until this point.
don't.
It's
But I
just
don't-
a snake.
I don't like snakes.
I mean, I don't think it.
But
Well.
he. Baz starts scratching his head and looking back and forth between RinRin and Hassan, just like, but I thought that he's. Baz's brain starts short circuiting.
I am going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself and re-equip my shield.
Okay, what does Armor of Agathis do?
Armor of Agathis gives me 5 temporary hit points, and then if a creature hits me and there's still any of those temporary hit points left, it then takes 5 cold damage.
Nice. Okay. But
Or
if
if a creature hits me while I have them.
yeah, if a creature hits you while you have those 5 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Okay. You do this. You equip your shield, and you have your feather and orchid. What would you like to do?
Well, I will go and try and shove a flower in a snake's face.
Okay. You are able to mimic what the Chewinga did. You thwap a snake, it rears up at you, and you
Give it a little
gently
tickle.
calm it down with this feather. And you replicate what it did, lie down in front of it, and open your mouth. So, philosophical question here for you and anybody else who is going to attempt this. Would you consider your character evil in any way?
Yep.
Okay. As?
Oh, I hate alignments. In any way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a little.
As a treat.
I do not think RinRin is evil.
Yay!
Pretty sure
And
Hassan is.
Pretty sure Hassan is evil.
I'm gonna guess, yeah.
Which is why when I was making this campaign, I was like, why are all of my characters evil?
I'm
but
not
that's
evil.
fine. Yes, we know this and we love you. I've never done anything wrong in my entire life. So this snake slithers into your mouth, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
That's all right. I mean, why would I need disadvantage? But okay. Is this against being charmed?
No.
Well, poop. That is a 10.
Okay. The snake slithers into your mouth, and you, I think, maybe even against your will, slither up this staircase and arrive at the top. Before we continue with you, we have the other 3 down here.
I'm
That's a
sure
good-
this will be fine.
Because I don't know if I could do this.
I'm fine.
I don't know if I can do this.
No, I'm good.
Well, fine, then you go, and I'll just be here, and I won't get my answers.
Oh no. You misunderstand. There's no way in all 9 hells that I'm gonna do anything like that. A
But we
snake
did-
is only like 2 steps away from a spider. And you don't let anybody put a magic spider in your mouth. Let me tell you.
I believe you. I don't know what that story is. I feel like we might need to talk about this later and unpack it, but Tell me.
I need a counter. Baz needs therapy counter.
Baz, I need you to tell me to do this because I cannot do this by myself. I have to go up there because I have to help my friend.
He's gonna put 2 hands on either side of RinRin, and he says, RinRin, you are the bravest, strongest, kindest person I know.
Really?
And granted, that's not the bar isn't that high, but you clear it by miles. You can do it.
Thank you, Baz. That's what I needed.
Motivational Speaker of the Year award goes to Baz.
Pat.
Okay.
Negative to charisma.
If only Naodaza was here.
Riz,
Oh, it's okay. Our
RinRin's
bard can inspire us. Oh.
RinRin's gonna do it.
All right, go ahead. You reluctantly thwap a snake, tickle under its chin, lay down, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Not at disadvantage.
8. What you get? I have a 0 to my Constitution. Does this just straight up kill me?
No, it doesn't
Okay.
straight up kill you. You take 15 psychic damage. as
Ow!
The idea of doing this is so repulsive to you. The snake like almost goes in and then
Oh god.
rears out.
Ah, it's so gross. Okay.
Baz waits until the snake is out of striking range, and then he scoots on up to RinRin, pats her. Hey there. Did your best.
So group discussion. How willing do we think Hassan is to accomplish?
He probably
this?
doesn't care at
No.
all.
I think he'd do it. for
Yeah.
sure.
I think he would try it.
He's friends with these snakes.
Yeah, I was gonna say if anything, he would use his like snake speaking ability to be like, "What's your fucking deal? You have to eat
Sure.
us."
He would cast like animal friendship on these snakes, which is his racial ability to do, and he'd be fucking creepy about it too. He'd be all like, "Oh, hello there, little snake. Do you want to crawl up in my mouth?"
Right.
I'm
Can you not?
Mouth.
I don't know how willing though he is to go through with this. After he talks with the snakes and they inform him that this is part of the trial and that he needs to do it if he wants to proceed. And it also explains to him that you get more than one chance, as many as you like. But it gets harder and harder. It really is up to his willingness to try and to get any answers. So, are you guys willing to try and continue to get the answers you're looking for?
I'm already there. It's fine.
Oh,
Yes.
he does, but he doesn't even know what your guys' quest is.
Not at all.
He's probably dealing with his own shit right now. His own shit that like he now gets to do in secret. So it's all the better for him.
Do I have to go again?
Does Artis
You can
and
go again.
Dragonbait manage to pull this off? I'm sorry, Arnie.
Does Arnie and Dragonbait actually? They will.
Because I know he
attempt.
told us Arnold, but Baz is calling him Arnie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Dragonbait, what is your Constitution modifier? And you, Artis? Okay. Artis struggles. Dragonbait slithers on up. Artis is struggling, but he attempts again.
I like the Slytherin.
He is slithering, and he does slither on up.
This is weird and scary.
I rolled a natural 1. Wait, is this character lucky? I don't remember. Hold on. Give me a pause.
Yeah, take your time.
No, I'm tough. I'm sorry. I played two games in one day and it gets confusing.
How many hit points do you have? How many times can you do this?
I don't know. I have a potion too.
How many times are you willing to do this until you go down, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your natural 1 damage is coming at you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't math.
It's fine.
18 psychic damage.
Whoo! Can I kill one of these guys?
You can.
I would like to do that so I get temp HP.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an attack.
It's in your mouth. Just eat it.
No, I can't. I have to roll above a thing. I got a 26. 24.
There are just swarms of snakes, and you punch one, and like, in fact, you punch into an area where there's multiple, probably kill a few, and come back, and it just more slither in its place. Seemingly endless number of snakes, but you do manage to kill and get some temp HP.
Okay, this might like put me out. So like, just give me a potion after this, okay?
RinRin,
What?
you don't have to keep on doing this.
Just eat the snake.
We're working on it, Tesh.
In the pouring rain.
I have to do it because my friend's in trouble.
All right. I'll just sit here and wait for you then.
You're a good friend too.
Not many people, DMs that is, remember that inspiration exists as a mechanic in the game. I think you have inspiration now, because boy, that was very sweet.
Oh.
When RinRin says that, Baz makes like the sourest face. Just
I rolled a 10.
Okay,
I have nothing.
Do you have inspiration to?
I do. What?
Do you want
Is it a D6?
It gives you advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay, let's try.
Yes.
That's a 5.
You got a 10.
I did get a 10.
So you can continue while taking 9 more points of psychic damage.
RinRin goes down. I went down to 1, got 7.
Baz drags her away from the snakes, kind of shooing them away. He'll give her the health potion. And he'll say, all right, I'm gonna do it. Not gonna like it. It's gonna give it a go.
Go ahead, give yourself a health potion's worth of health there, RinRin.
Oh, okay. I will do that.
Baz,
1D,
Flower and
1D8?
feather. Let's do this. At disadvantage?
2d4 plus 4. Oh. Disadvantage, basilisk.
You've got this. Just eat it.
Natural 1. It was on my good dice too. You saved me earlier.
You only take 11 psychic damage. 11 psychic damage for you, Baz.
Oh god.
Oh no, that's terrible. What are you doing? You don't have to do it.
If I don't do it, you're gonna keep on trying.
I can only try one more time.
Is Hassan near Teshvale? I feel like he would try and go, like he would either heal his party from afar.
Well, no, Hassan's still at the bottom, so he would
okay.
heal the party.
Yeah.
How much healing does he have left? Because I'm pretty sure he used all of his healing spells.
I'm going to check using the powers of D&D.
With the power of D&D
I'll bet
Beyond.
he still
D&D
has some
Beyond.
good berries left though.
Does he have any? He had 1.
That was, well, we had the start of a new day. No, we haven't long rested.
We haven't had a long rest yet, or a short rest.
I'll find it.
I'm pretty sure. Does he have anything to grant advantage?
No.
He doesn't have. He has one first level spell slot left, so that's a good berry. Or no, he already had a good berry, so he can give you a good berry.
What does that give me?
He has
4
healing
HP.
word.
4.
Yeah.
Healing word.
He does have healing word. He could bless you.
I did not sneeze.
All right.
I love you so much.
I should have let myself die.
All right. With bless, whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can add a D4 to that
That might
saving
be
throw.
super helpful.
So add a D4 to your last saving throw,
Okay.
which was a 10.
I was a 14.
Okay. Nix the damage, the 9 psychic damage you took.
Okay, so
As
I
you
don't
slither up
need
the
the
scales.
potion.
You don't need the potion. Keep the potion. And you, Baz, you and Hassan are also blessed. So you rolled in that one. There's no coming back from that.
That was a disadvantage.
That was at disadvantage.
It should be straight, right?
No,
No,
a
not for
little bit
Baz.
evil.
Sorry.
He is a
little
little
bit
bit
evil.
evil.
I am going to sink 15 points of lay on hands into RinRin.
You
She
don't
gets
have to do
up
that.
the stairs looking miserable.
It's okay. It's okay.
What's he-
We'll get through this together.
What's he doing
Um,
up there? Is he doing something?
Did he touch her?
I think Hassan does want to go with RinRin, so I will roll for him at disadvantage plus his bless.
But
I think he's only gonna try
cackling
once.
from the other room.
Yeah.
What?
What does he have Constitution saving wise? Nice. He has a +2 and makes a 10.
The boy.
Is that good? Is that the one?
Hassan makes it up
We only need to make 10?
On the
Yes.
first try, right?
on the first try,
Oh.
and then it gets harder and harder. So you
I
have to
think-
make 11 now if you want to try again. You have
think-
less.
I think Baz is a sad boy and he's just gonna sit here at level 2 and never make it up there.
He's gonna sit at level 2 in the pouring rain.
He already tried once and he couldn't do it.
Can
couldn't take-
Teshfail go back? Can he snake back? Having eaten the snake?
Is it inside you?
I don't digest things that quickly.
There's nothing that says you can't. You didn't enter the building at the top yet.
No.
You stood at the top and waited
Yeah.
while Artis and Dragonbait walked past you into
Yes.
the shrine.
They are two very important people, and also this snake person that I've just met.
Which you have a history with snake people now.
I am not necessarily a fan,
Uh-oh.
but we're working through it, you know. But now that RinRin is up top, it looks like Baz also needs, like a
RinRin
reassuring...
and Hassan are at the top.
Yeah, RinRin and Hassan are at the top. Baz looks like that he needs a reassuring pat on the back.
Okay.
And I'll use my last 5 points of lay on hands into you, fella.
So you slither on back down. I'll let you continue to slither. I guess you can continue to slither. There's no length of slithering. It doesn't tell me how long you are slithering.
I can just slither if I'm in this room. I still got that snake in my tum-tum.
I'm sorry, like, is he just constantly slithering, or does he stand up and place a hand on him, or is he still been a snake when he does the lay on hands?
It's
I think
still
he
a
gets to the
snake.
bottom.
Like, I wrap
Yeah.
around you and just like... bat.
Oh,
If I
Oh.
could get myself up out of this position, I would, but I'm not going to until we all get through here, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Now take that 5, lay on hands, and meet me up at the top, but I'll wait for you.
Well, I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Okay, creepy dude.
Oh,
God, this is
you
the
have a
weirdest.
+4 from Bless as well.
This is the weirdest day for Baz.
Plus a D,
+4 from Blesse.
plus D4.
Plus D4 from Blesse. It's a 9.
Why are you like this?
Why? I hate so much the things you choose to be.
I did not choose this.
You should have died alone. Speaking of dying alone, how much health do you have?
I have 13 health.
Okay, so Baz goes down at the bottom of the stairs.
All right, I'm just going to like circle around a bit tighter and use a Cure Wounds. Use one of my spell slots.
Tyler is just so beside himself with this fucking trap.
You heal 4.
Hold on.
Let's just stay down there. They'll be okay.
Don't make me carry a corpse. Now eat that snake.
But, he's a little aggressive.
I'm gonna disengage and run. I have 4 goddamn hit points. I'm not gonna survive this again. I only have 1 death saving throw left. I'm not gonna let this new guy fucking get me snake killed.
Wait, what do you mean you only have 1 death saving throw left?
They don't reset till
They
what?
don't
long
reset
rest?
until you
Oh.
have a long rest.
Oh my god. Just stay down there, Bass. It's okay.
He's already gone. He's like
You went all
Oh.
the way back down to the bottom, right?
yeah, no, I like he fucking Tesh Ball is like Snake Man over me, like don't make me do this again. I will and I'm like disengage run.
Your friend
Down the
is
stairs.
very odd. Then
He
back
like
on the
slips
floor.
on the stairs and like slides on his butt down the rainy bit.
You can get to the bottom and powwow with Azaka.
It's
I
okay.
literally jump into her strong arms. Hold me.
She holds you in her strong arms, and you fall asleep in her tight grasp.
Bass just lost his best friend, so like it's been a big day.
At the top of the stairs, there is at the top of the ziggurat is a rectangular structure of bricks, and the outside walls are decorated with labyrinthine symbols. There's an open doorway into a barren, dusty room, and anyone with a passive perception over 13, which is RinRin and Hassan, and Tushfell, I didn't get your newest.
My passive perception is a 12.
12, eh? Well, you can't smell it.
Nope.
But the other two can smell an aroma of incense. And Tashville, you were up here when Artis and Dragonbait walked into the room. And were you watching them, or were you paying attention to the people coming up the stairs?
I would have been like looking at them, look back at the party, look at them, back at the party. But like then eventually one of them is more interesting and prone to dying and in need of a reassuring pat on the back.
I think at one point you look at them, look back, look at them, and they're not there anymore.
Exactly, yeah. Down for it.
So there is this empty room there.
Well,
What? Sorry?
There's an empty room in front.
At the top of the
us.
ziggurat, you
Oh,
can see
yeah.
an open doorway into an empty room, and Artis and Dragonbait are not there.
Well,
And RinRin,
I
you can smell
wonder.
a strong aroma of incense coming from the inside.
Her whiskers twitch as she sniffs the air.
Tushvale just like has his hand on his rapier.
I think that there are incense going on in there. I hope we don't trip balls. I don't want to do that again.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with seeing the dragon's prophecy.
I don't know what that means, but we should get going because we don't want to leave Baz down there alone with our big strong lady friend.
So, if you'd like, I can either progress forward with your friend, he motions towards Hassan, or we could all go together and just assume.
I think we should all go together.
That
I think it's
your big strong friend will probably take care of Baz. He seems rather skittish, and she seems very strong, probably good at hugging.
I don't know if she's good at hugging. I don't think I've hugged her yet. I will have to do that. You make a very good point.
Hugs are important.
Okay, let's go together. Hassan, do you want to hold my hand? But if you're scared or something?
I'm sure he
Just
holds
would
your
walk
hand,
forward.
but
No, he would not. He'd just walk forward.
He would. RJ would roll a dice.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That depends. Is it time for your monthly good deed?
What?
It was a 7
yeah.
on the dice, so it would be the negative outcome.
They'll walk straight into the room. He walks in with his orchid flower and feather in his lapel, and as you see him cross the threshold of the doorway, he disappears.
All right. RinRin grabs Tesh's hand and starts pulling him in there.
And as soon as you pass through the doorway, the sound of the pounding rain and the loud whooshing wind disappears, and you find yourself in a room. Hanging lamps illuminate the room, while incense burners fill it with exotic scents and curling smoke. Cushions and reed mats cover the floor. Pots of blooming flowers line the plastered walls, and singing birds flit from plant to plant. In the center of the room, on these cushions and highly stylized bedding, is an immense snake with iridescent scales. It's raised up and it has a human face. And it is talking with artists. And it's, as you guys walk in, it shifts its attention to you. It has a very remarkably human-like face, and its tongue is flicking as it speaks, and it says, "More visitors. Speak truly, for I see what is in your hearts."
My name is Teshvale Philarin. This is my friend, RinRin. I came here seeking a brief stint out of the weather. I apologize if I have intruded upon your sanctum, great creature.
I am Saja Nabaza. What is it you truly seek?
We can wait our turn. You were talking to them first.
She turns her attention back to, or she says, "Very well," and turns her attention back to Artis and says, "The thing you are looking for will not return, not until the warlord, Raz Nasi, and his 1T followers are dead." And Artis looks up. "Well, then where is this where is Raz Nasi then? So I can finish him off for the final time." "You will find him underneath the city of Amu. He must pay for his crimes. I entrust that to you." And Artis kind of sighs and looks to you guys. And what it is it's you are looking for.
Do you want to go first, Tosh?
No, I've already stated what I was seeking, and he motions to the fact that there is no rain above him. I found it.
Okay. Hi, my name is RinRin. I'm looking for the way to stop all of the death curse and to help my friends.
Tell me more of this death curse.
Do you not know what is going on outside?
I live separate from the rest of the world. I only
Okay.
know what goes on through visions.
Did you know I was coming today?
I don't know when I will receive visitors, only that I'm here to aid them.
Okay. And RinRin will explain what the goings on, the ins and outs of the death curse, technicalities and whatnot.
I have seen visions of this scheming Raz Nasi.
Rasnasi?
Raz Nasi. That is Rasnsi. He schemes to bring about the end of the world. This death curse of yours seems to be parts of his nefarious plan. As I've told your friend here, you will find him in the city of Amu, the forgotten city, nestled between the peaks of flame and the valley of lost honor. Its location is lost to many but me.
What was the end? Between the peaks of flame and the
Peaks of flame and the valley of lost honor. Ali will drop a ping on your guys' party map,
okay.
so you can see whereabouts she's talking about.
Okay. Well, what do we have to do? We have to go and take care of him?
The warlord Raznasi has committed many crimes. I remember his first uprising. You must kill him as punishment for his deeds. And along the way, I suspect you will find the answer to your curse.
Okay. One of our friends, he died in the forest before we got here.
That is quite unfortunate. But
Yeah.
if what I understand from your death curse, it seems like there's nothing you can do for him.
I know. Can you see where he is now?
I gain my information from visions. I might see where he is when I dream, but no one visits me twice, and I can't pass you the information.
Okay. I guess.
Do you agree to kill this Raznasi, punish him for his misdeeds?
I don't. I do want to end the curse, and if that is what it takes, then I think that is what has to happen.
My visions suggest the same. So if you agree, then you may have my blessing.
What does your blessing do?
It will aid you. And you feel a kind of supernatural surge of energy around the room. And each of you will receive a charm, a minor supernatural gift. RinRin, you receive the Charm of Vitality.
Ooh.
The Charm of Vitality allows you to give yourself the benefit of a potion of vitality as an action. Though once you do so, the charm vanishes from you.
Oh.
Hassan, who also agrees to this, receives the Charm of Restoration. So I'll explain that to him later, but it gives him some use of greater and lesser restoration. Baz is in here. Womp womp. You're not Naodaza. You're the new man. Teshvale, you agree to go along with this?
Yes.
She passes on to you the Charm of Feather Falling.
Ooh.
This charm gives you the benefit of a ring of feather falling for 10 days. After 10 days, that benefit is gone. And she passes on to Artis and Dragonbait the Charm of Heroism, giving them the benefit, or they can use the benefit of a potion of heroism as an action, and that will, after that, the charm vanishes from them. You have my blessing. Now go and destroy this man.
Gladly.
I know that you still seek more. It is okay if you do not want to ask me. But no. She's talking to Teshvale.
Mm-hmm.
There are many things that can be found in the Lost City.
I'm hoping so.
All right. And she settles down into her cushions.
I think RinRin might like step forward a little bit and like see if she can approach her.
Okay. She allows you. Artis looks to Dragonbait and says, well then, we'll finish what we started, and walk out the door. So it is just you, Hassan, and Teshvale. Tesh. And Hassan sees that you are looking, like stepping forward to talk to her.
In private?
In private. He knows to give you your privacy, I'm pretty sure. He gives you your day off every month. So it depends on if Teshvale wants to try and listen in on the conversation.
I don't think I would.
Okay.
It's none of my business.
Then you do not do this.
So, you know everything, right?
I've gained significant information from my visions of what has happened, possibly of what is to come, but that is still uncertain.
Do you know if there's anything that can be done about me?
Your fate is uncertain. I know succumbing to your curse may not be redeemable. A cure? I'm not so sure.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome, RinRin.
I'm sorry that no one can come back. I think it'd be very lonely being up here all by yourself.
And she looks out, and you actually see behind you where you walked in. It is a picturesque view of the jungle, something that you actually haven't seen because there are landmarks that you don't remember seeing as you walked up here. And if you look down, the sprawling city of Orlanga is built around, and you can see the hustle and bustle of normal life in an age long past. And she says, I have my visitors and I can pass my time.
Okay. I I want to give you something, but I don't have anything that's fun. But I can give you this. And she pulls out a small knife.
I welcome your gifts.
This is very nice to meet you. Thank you for everything.
It is nice to meet you too. Tell Azaka I said hello.
I will. And then RinRin like waves.
Right. And she doesn't have arms. She's a Naga, so she
Yeah.
can wave.
Yeah. The tail just
Yeah, the tail waves goodbye. And you step through the doorway and are hit with blinding sunlight. And without Hassan, I don't know how much longer we want to go tonight.
Yeah.
Friendo.
That's totally fine. I was gonna say Teshvale wouldn't necessarily listen in if Hassan had any other questions, and then I think Hassan would probably also leave post that. So Teshvale by himself would just look at the Naga and say, "Where is it?"
As I said, this lost city holds many secrets. And beneath the city is an ancient and terrible dungeon built by Acererak himself. You will find what you're searching for there.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Naodaza. You've been quite helpful.
This is my duty.
And
good luck in your efforts to rid the world of the terrible Raznasi.
Oh, but of course. And he will leave his signet ring.
All right.
Yeah. It's just like, thank you.
There is like I guess a little offering platter in front of her that RinRin placed her knife, and you can place your signet ring, and the gifts of other grateful adventurers are scattered around.
Yeah. And then Teshvale will begin making his departure as well. But like you were saying, without Hassan, we should probably
right.
Call it good.
Well, after you guys finish your discussion, all three of you depart the shrine and enter into the blinding sunlight of a new day. The storm seems to have passed, and so has some amount of time. And we can call it there.
Excellent. So with that, I would like to say thank you, Tyler, for running such a wonderful game. I love playing Tomb. Hey, Tyler, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, my name's Tyler. You can find me at Frothy Inferno on Twitter, where I rarely tweet, and I'm just mentioned by our lovely showrunner here. And you can find me on Sundays, killing Steven's characters.
Then next up would be our dear friend RJustice 282, as found on Twitter. They do all sorts of games. They're in our Monday homebrew campaign as Alberjon, the Asimar Barbarian Warlock, then found here on Sundays, playing our very own Hassan every other Sunday, is found with LB in a game that LB can tell you more about.
On G Game Nights at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we play Dungeons and Dragons. RJ plays a barbarian who's a half orc. And you can find me there too. You can find me here Sunday, Monday, and then Wednesdays on Nerd Immersion. Every other Friday on Damn It Berries. Sunday I play at 4 on G Game Nights, and 10 o'clock here. So stay tuned to Nikino.com.
Speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hey everybody, my name is Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. You can also find me here on Mondays playing as Coriander the Elegant Paladin, and I believe this Wednesday during our homebrew game of Monster Noir, I play as Ruhaka, who is a paranormal detective, and she is searching for the werewolf that turned her fiance into a werewolf. So that's where you can find me, DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got a homebrew campaign. We got the remains of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We got Tomb of Annihilation. We got Monster Noir here next Wednesday, also at the 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time slot. But other than that, hey, if this is your first time joining us, consider going to check out all of our other content on youtube.com/Indoor Adventures, or find us anywhere where podcasts are made available under the same moniker. Right now, though, we are going to be heading into our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So we are releasing those for free. If you would like to, again, gain access to that after show, go to our Patreon. It's Indoor Adventures everywhere that you go. And we'll see you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.